Okay. How do I go live? Hello, everyone. Let me know if you could hear me okay. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Let me see. Just give me a second here. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Okay, can you hear me okay? Okay, great. Hello, everyone. I haven't been online for a minute, so I decided since I'm getting so close to 10,000 subscribers, I really appreciate for those who already subscribed. If this is the first time you're tuning into my channel, I'm Shawan Burns, and my whole channel is to help people with their business. So if you're looking for inspiration, motivation, and education all about business, you want to subscribe to this channel. So since I'm getting so close to 10K subs, I decided to give myself a challenge to go online every day and talk about something. So I put a post out a couple of days ago in regards to topics you all want to talk about, and it looks like we are wanting to talk more about grants and loans for your business. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And if you are online, just give me a shout out. I see a few people. Don Adams, happy holidays to you. Robert Ross, happy holidays to you. Black Smoke Records, Black Money Entertainment LLC, Michael Sheen, and Keith McKenzie. So thank you for tuning in, and let me know if you could see my screen. Okay. And what I'm gonna do right now is, so you won't see this part, I'm gonna go onto my laptop and pull up the stream so I could see your chat. You know what? Actually, I don't need to do that. Pop-out chat. Okay. Well, maybe I should do that. Just a second. So I found a few grants today, and if we have time at the about halfway through, we'll get some of you guys that's online. If you're looking for grants or loans in your area, I could go to if you could see my screen, I'm subscribed to this Grant Watch, and it's a paid subscription. And what they do is they post grants throughout the United States and Canada, what's available currently. So I use this, I pay for the subscription. So if you're online by that time, I'll ask a few of you guys where you're from, and I need to know what type of business that you either planning to start or planning to, or you just need funding. You're a current business and you need funding. Okay. So let me see if I could pull this on my seem like I still feel like I'm getting a lot of feedback. Do you guys hear some feedback, like echoing? Let me see. Well, it's not, I don't know. Okay. So let me see. I could just pull it up. Yeah, my phone is kind of, let me just pull it up on my phone. My computer is like old and it's like super slow. So it's like, even though it's a Mac, I guess Mac is supposed to be like the superior type of okay, I think I can see it. Okay, this is good. I'll put this up here. Okay, so let me just close out this so you guys won't see that. So the first grant we're talking about, I don't know. See, a lot of these grants are dedicated to a specific state. So I haven't seen a lot of nationwide grants. I mean, we'll do a search a little bit later on, but in this program, or the subscription that I have, is called Grant Watch, and it's a paid subscription. Usually that they do post nationwide grants, but they also post stuff that's dedicated to a specific state. So let's look at this first grant. It is based out of Illinois, and it's for grants to Illinois businesses in eligible areas for repairs and renovation. This is being funded through Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. Okay. So let me, and you guys get, if you have and hopefully, I'll pull something that's useful to you, but have a pen and a piece of paper ready, because I might not post or leave this up, since I'm going live every day, I might not leave it up. They said if you leave up live streams, it hurts the algorithm, or it hurts your channel. Not for sure how true that is, but like I said, I'm on the fence about it. I don't know if I'm going to leave this video up for you to go back and watch it. So please have a piece of paper and a pen readily available, because I will show you where you could go to apply for the grant or loan that I'm going to present to you. Okay. Another thing, we do have Super Chat available. So if you want to support my cause, any donation is appreciated. Okay. So this grant that I was just talking about is a grant for businesses that's in areas for repairs and renovation. Okay. Grants to Illinois businesses in eligible areas to repair and renovation support in the wake of recent social justice demonstrations. Funding is intended to assist local businesses and communities that have been financially impacted. Okay. On or after May the 25th of this year. So this is totally, if you have been impacted by the civil unrest, I don't know how they're determining the areas and the zip codes, but let me show you the link. I don't know if you could see this. It is www.illinois.gov/DCEO/small businesses. Okay? And this link gives you access to all the zip codes that is eligible for this particular grant. They have $25 million in this funding. So if you're one of those people, take advantage. Let me see if I could put this in a description section so you won't. I'll put it in the chat too. Another thing, I believe you have until January the 21st to take advantage of this grant. Okay? Okay. Okay, so that is the Illinois grant. Let's go. Let's see. Another grant that I did find, it was for, no, I don't want that one. I think it was for New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, New Jersey. New Jersey has some funding out. It's Direct Financial Assistance Program. This program has 3 objectives: to increase the success rate of New Jersey grant applications seeking federal funding for SBIR and STTR programs. Those are basically science and technology grants through the federal government. But it's providing $25,000 for 12 New Jersey small businesses and 5 $50,000 grants to New Jersey small businesses. I guess this is a 2-phase eligibility or requirement. Must be a recipient of the federal SBIR STTR Phase 1 Fast Track or Direct to Phase 2 award contract within the last 2 years prior to issuance of the notice of funding. Okay, no earlier than 11/23/2018. Must be a New Jersey-based business, have a valid New Jersey business organization or registration certificate with current tax clearance certification. have a New Jersey resident or employee designated as a principal or investigator, project manager. Okay? So that's the direct funding. That's the $25,000 funding. And there's some other stuff in here. And the bridge funding is basically the same requirement. Okay? One for the eligibility for the direct funding, that's the $25,000 grant. You have to have 50% or more employees that is New Jersey residents, okay? And the bridge funding, the $50,000 grant, you have to have 75% or more employees working in New Jersey, okay? They got a few webinars that's already passed, but the deadline to apply for this is January the 8th. So let me just put this in here in the description section. And I don't know if we have any. Let's see who's in the chat. Okay, George, I don't know how you pronounce your first name, based out of Houston. Michael, you're here in Rochester. Okay, yeah, Michael, we're always chatting on Facebook. Hey, Michael. So let me see. So let's see if we can find something in Michigan. This is something that I do all the time when I'm searching for some, a grant. A lot of times I don't find stuff like on the first try. You have to keep on trying and trying and trying again, right? It's like one of those things. It's a hit and miss. And it all depends on what you put in your search, too. One thing I like about this Grant Watch is you could kind of put your location in. Okay? So we'll just we'll go with Michael's first to see if we have anything in Michigan. You're in Rochester, so that's Oakland County. So let's just type in Michigan. Well, we already typed in Michigan. Let's see what's. Michael, what type of business do you have? Because I see there's quite a few in here for enrichment program like educational grants. Okay, so Michael has to leave. Okay, thank you for tuning in, Michael. We'll just try to find, let's see. George, I believe it was George. George, are you still online? George. George, I need to know what type of business you have. And Don, you're in Wayne County, Michigan. I need to know what type of business you have as well. For some reason, I don't see George anymore. But anyway. Okay. So I'm looking at Michigan. There's quite a few grants out here. Some of these grants and loans are expiring January the 1st. Okay. This is a loan in Michigan. It's for nonprofit. So it's loans up to $20,000. It's a nonprofit. Um, yeah, it's for Michigan nonprofit organization and eligible counties to address emerging organizational needs due to coronavirus health crisis. Loan funds will be instrumental in mitigating the long-term effects of the pandemic and fostering the community long-term recovery. Okay? It's $20,000 per request. 2-year term. A nonprofit, you might not could take advantage of this, but I'll just put it up there. You know, you never know. Any nonprofits that are online, any nonprofits. Don Adams, you have a hair salon? Let me check to see. I don't know if you seen my last video. It was a nationwide grant for hair salon owners. For some reason, hair salons and restaurants, guys have been going through a tough time with the coronavirus, and especially in Michigan, because Governor Whitmer has not been, I don't know what her logic is as far as shutting stuff down, but like, it's kind of crazy. But I'll keep my comments to myself. So let's see. So if I look at, I did a search filter, but I don't see nothing out here. Let's see. Let me just take that filter off. Let me see if we could just. Yeah, so that's interesting. They got another grant over here. STEM healthcare. Let me just put small businesses. There were some nationwide grants for hair salons. I know I seen them. And I don't know if those grants are still available to people. So, New York. Massachusetts, North Carolina, New Jersey, I don't see nothing for hair salons. Let's just go to business. I don't see anything. Another thing I normally do is Google search it. Sometimes this Grant Watch, they don't necessarily put some of their stuff is not, they don't have all the funding that's available, but you know. Thank you, Adrian Taylor. I appreciate you too. Okay. Let's see what Google search came up. Yeah, Don, I don't know. You can be a female. I'm not for sure. But women in Michigan here. I don't know if you've seen this one. I'll put this in there. This is for Amber Grant for Women. Businesswomen in Michigan are eligible to apply. And they award $10,000 each month. And and 1 out of 12 winners could win $25,000. That's not bad. So I'll put that in the link in the description section, or the chat section. I think I had this on my Excel spreadsheet. If you guys haven't followed me before, this is your first time, please click that subscribe button. Also, when I do these grants and I find something, I'll put it on my Excel spreadsheet. And that Excel spreadsheet, if it's not a live stream, I usually link it up in the description section so you have access to all the information that I find, okay? So if you want to have access to that, just go back to one of my posted grant videos and click on a link. It's in the description section. It's all it is, an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so let's see who else we have out there. So Don, hopefully that is helpful. I don't know if you heard about this Amber grant before, but hopefully you'll be able to take advantage of that. Okay, so I thought I'd seen somebody from Richard. Richard, where are you? I have a trucking business, one-man operation. Applied for the idle, was denied, and submitted tax documents. So the tax now waiting. Okay. I don't know if you're looking for a grant, but anything for Chicago. I just came on here. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if you were part, I just mentioned about, if you go back in the chat, Chicago, actually Illinois, they have some funding available if your business was affected by the civil unrest or the riots. Okay, so, and they're giving businesses money to, I guess, renovate any type of any type of things that you may have been affected because of the riot. Okay, so let's see, I thought I saw Kansas on here too. To close that out. So that's New Jersey. I'm gonna close that out. Let's see, Kansas. Choose a state. Let's see, Kansas. I don't know, Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Omaha. But we'll see. Just put it in the chat section. There's a lot of nonprofit stuff out. And normally, you guys, it's not really common for them to give out grants to for-profit businesses unless it's like some type of educational thing, and it's helping, to combat illness or homelessness. Usually they normally is not grants out here. It's usually for nonprofits, but we got a few that's available. Grants to Kansas nonprofit. Let me see, because sometimes they got deadlines that's already expired. Okay, so this grant, nonprofit organization for businesses, services, and providers, and government agencies to improve internet connectivity in the state. Okay, so I guess they're hoping to help that business with capital expenses to help build the infrastructure for internet services. The estimated program total funding is $5 million, and the program can pay up to 50% of eligible costs for a qualifying project up to $1 million. Like these type of grants, I would suggest you get with the grant writer. Okay. And it looks like you see Kansas Department of Commerce. It says they got some guidelines, broadband acceleration grant program guidelines. So it's a link to that. I'm gonna put this. I don't know if you guys are in the internet business. So that's in Kansas. Yeah, Robert. Robert, what type of business do you have? And is it in Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, or just Kansas, the state? You know. So let's see if I could find something else that's in Kansas. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Donna, I'll put it up there. Maybe I forgot to post the link. Let's see. Amber Grant. Did it go? Must be a lag. Yeah, I think it's a lag in here. So just give it a second. Okay. Let's go back to Kansas. Let me see if it does that. See, for some reason, I don't see it on my cell phone, but I see it on over here anyway. The computer only, technology is only good when it works. And also, this is the first time I'm using this streaming service, so you guys got to be patient with me. It's telling me to correct the audio channel, but yeah, as long as you can hear me, I'm not going to correct it. Okay, so right now I'm not seeing. Oh, let's see what this is about. This might be the list grant, I think. I don't know. This looked like for employees. If you are part of these companies, they're giving out grants to you. Something to explore on a later date. Let's see, Best Buy. So this grant is closed. It said it was ongoing, but it looks like it's closed. And sometimes it's like that. I mean, sometimes you search and you don't find anything. Okay, let's see. I think it says Richard, Chicago. And then we'll do Connecticut if you're still online. Richard, what type of, I think you said, what type of business do you have, Richard? Keith McKenzie, I live in Connecticut. I will be starting a new business for a line of specialty beauty products. Looking for grants. Keith, you might be have a better luck in, searching for a loan. So let's see. And this is, like I said, this is what I do when I'm searching for something. Before I make a video, I just Google it, And sometimes like this was posted on December the 9th, so this is pretty new. When I first started my business, and I tell my clients this all the time, I opened up the business account and I received a credit card with a high line of credit. I did have good credit, but that enabled me not to take out loans. I mean, I didn't need loans. And the first 12 months was interest free. So, in those banks that are pretty good about giving you a high, a low interest credit card, but a high credit limit. It's like Bank of America, Chase Bank, American Express. Now, like if your credit score is in the 700s, American Express, you could get a credit card with no limit. Okay. So I think business credit cards could be just a secondary or primary resources or resource of funding if you're trying to fund your business, if you're trying to start your business. And look, they say, they're saying the same thing I'm saying, this article, business credit cards. Because a lot of people don't know that business credit cards are out there, and they're pretty flexible. Like I said, if you got pretty decent credit, like in the high 600s, low 700s, you can get a pretty decent credit limit on your business credit card. Okay, but the main thing is to get a relationship with the bank, and they'll automatically ask you, oh, would you like to open up either a line of credit or a credit card when you open up a business checking account? That's why I encourage everyone, if you don't have a business checking account, open you up a business checking account, okay? So business credit cards are one way that you could get really cheap funding, because they have these 0% 12-month introductory offers that's available for small businesses. And then, like I said, you get $25,000 on a credit card limit. That's a revolving credit line of credit, So it's not like a one and done, and it builds up your credit. Okay. The next thing is, and they're saying it on this article, same thing, is you could do a loan. I like Cabbage. Cabbage, if you're looking to secure a loan and pay it off fast, Cabbage is a great resource. Now, Cabbage, you can't use it for startup though. You already have to have a business and you're making money on that business. But they do extend lines of credit to people. Then I try to stay away from the predatory lending, because especially if you're a startup, you don't want to be paying your profits out in just to have a business. I think it's like, if you don't have customers already paying into your business and established customer base, it's kind of hard with those predatory lending companies. And when I say predatory lending, they offer lending off your cash receipts. So if you make $10,000 a month, they more likely to, but with the predatory lending, you have to make more than $10,000 a month. I think 10 is the minimum, because their interest rate is so high. So I would steer clear from that if you're just starting out. And usually the predatory lending, I call them predatory lending. You might find some YouTuber talking about it and how they got fast cash, but like I said, their fees are exorbitant. Just stay away from those. Another thing that you could look into is, if you have pretty decent credit with the SBA, you could get a startup loan. And usually for the SBA, the minimum credit score is 620 of your Experian. But one thing about the SBA, you have to have a current job or current income. Now, your business that they're funding could be startup, but they want you to have current income, only because if your business fail, how would they get this money back? So you have to have current income, and it doesn't have to be your business, your business idea, but it has to be some type of income. That's another thing that I looked to when I started my business. One of my businesses was a franchise, and it was a pretty significant amount to start up. So I looked into SBA lending source. I end up not doing it. I end up funding it myself and my husband. We took some money out on our 401k, but we that is good resources, low interest rate. They're like 7%. They're probably 5 to 7%, and that would be your normal rate for a business loan. Okay, you're not gonna, and that's why I said if you could get away with getting a business credit card with 0% interest, that would be like the best option for any business owner. Okay. So Keith McKenzie, you saying that you got a high credit score? I would, like I said, I would suggest you're opening up a business checking account, establish, and for a mainstream lending company like Bank of America, Chase Bank, Wells Fargo. Open up a business credit card with American Express. American Express will give you a no limit credit card. They gave me one, and I didn't have an 822. I had like a 750 or something like that. And it probably was lower than that. But they gave me a no limit credit card. And like I said, those are really good options for you if you're trying to start a business and then inject some cash into your business since it's a startup. One thing I want to tell you, if you do go with the American Express route, reason why they have these zero interest, and you could sign up for other options, but high limit or no limit, zero interest, you do have to pay your balance off every month. So depending on what you apply for, you may be expected to pay that off every month. Okay, so SBA loans, credit cards, those are my favorite. If you want an outside loan, I would suggest looking into Cabbage. Cabbage, it start with the Kabbage. They're a pretty good source of financing. Their interest rate is kind of high, but like I said, you pay it off in 6 months, so it's not crazy. And then I like them because they're realistic of what they could lend you. They're not like a predatory lending, like lending off your receipts and they give you, you have daily payments and all that crazy stuff. Cabbage is a monthly payment. Interest rate might be high depending on your business, and but it's doable. Okay. And then you could look into, like I said, micro lenders, SBA micro lenders. You have to look for these micro lenders, these CDFIs. They're normally, you could get connected with them within your state. Okay. So if you look into your Chamber of Commerce, look up, get connected with somebody in that Chamber of Commerce in your state. They should be able to direct you to the right lender. And these are the micro lenders. And usually micro lenders, they have a low interest rate. And this also through the SBA. Normally it's a 5-year term too for the loans, okay? And like I said, I would stay away from invoicing financing. That's one way that you could really end up in debt quickly. So stay away from those. I mean, some people get desperate, but I say if you don't want to be paying out your profit to pay, this lending company that threw you a bone, I would suggest staying away from that. Okay, so like I said, Super Chat is available. We've been online for about an hour now. I'm going to come online tomorrow and we'll talk about some more grants and loans. Also, we probably will be discussing, I'm going to drop a video about the stimulus bill, and we'll discuss the PPP tomorrow. What can we expect for in that? So the stimulus package, they just passed it. It's going to the Senate, and hopefully the president will get it probably midweek. So we'll see some changes coming through with the stimulus bill. So I'll drop a video about that tonight. You guys stay tuned for that. And tomorrow, same time, I'm going to get online around 12 o'clock, 12:30. So I really appreciate you guys. Please share this channel. Please subscribe. You know, we are so close to 10,000 subs. I am so excited. It seemed like this has been a journey for I mean, my channel took off this year. You know, I started YouTube a couple of years back, but really consistent this year. But it's been like a crazy journey because of what's been happening. It's just so crazy. And then I know you guys, with everything with your business and challenges that you came up with. I mean, this year is something to go down in the history books. So, but I appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting my channel. And so I'm sending all my good to you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.